Hi, I'm Kendall Salter with the Island Packet Sports Department, here, as always, with multimedia extraordinaire Josh Mitelman. Josh, it's finally time for the Final Four, and we have a great group of teams getting started on Saturday into the final on Monday.
Good crop. The one that kind of stands out, not because they're the best, is Michigan State. Everyone else is a one seed. Michigan State lost at home this season to Texas Southern. They lost at home this season to Illinois. They gasp, at Nebraska. They were horrible down the stretch, but as you pointed out to me just a little while ago before we started taping, an impressive list of teams they've beaten in the tourney.
You know, they have had one of the tougher roads to get to a Final Four of any team I can remember in recent memory, playing teams like Virginia, Oklahoma, Louisville, teams that have been up and around the top 15 all year. Of course, Tom Izzo is a great coach, and they have good players there as well, but doesn't really get any easier now because they have a matchup with Duke, who is just absolutely flying. On the other side, though, is the big game. We got Wisconsin and Kentucky. Somehow we both have picked Wisconsin to win the national title. I think I'm definitely sticking with that. I got to see it through to the end, but I cannot wait for this matchup. I'm really glad it's the late matchup so the anticipation can really build. And if there's a team that can unseat Kentucky, I really do think Wisconsin has the parts. You look at what they have inside in Frank Kaminsky, a guy who can pull out of the paint, pull some of those Kentucky big men away from the rim. So much of what Kentucky has done well this tournament is about blocking shots, restricting teams to outside shots, where then that length on defense bothers them. I think Wisconsin can counteract that by really spreading the floor. How do you see that one maybe turning out?
You know, it's interesting because Kentucky's this team. It's undefeated, number one consensus in the nation in the tourney, and yet a lot of people I sense are picking Wisconsin. It's pick 'em if you ask me, but I'll stick with my pick of Wisconsin.
So we'd probably be looking at something like a Wisconsin-Duke final. I think we all would love that. In that scenario, I think Duke is going to be a very tough matchup for anybody. But like I said, I just like so much of what Wisconsin has. You know, they're so efficient offensively. They can really slow down the tempo, but don't be fooled. That doesn't mean they can't score. And I think that Duke really likes to get the pace going. They like to shoot their threes. And I'm still waiting for a game where Duke shooters go a little bit cold. I think that could even happen against Michigan State. So a lot to look forward to. We'll be back next week to recap the Final Four and the national champion. I can't wait to find out who it is. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.